offense. Now, Greg from Indianapolis has a question about the offense. Hey, Mary Kay, how much of the option do you think we will see in the offense this year? With the new speedy wide receivers, Nick Chubb may have even more room to run paired with the great stable offensive line and Deshaun Watson's running ability.
You know what? I think so. I mean, I think you're going to see more of all of that kind of stuff this year. RPOs and different things that they did not, that they did not run as much last year. You can do a lot of that stuff with Deshaun Watson. So I think you'll see more of that. I think you'll see more no huddle. I think you'll see Deshaun Watson having more authority at the line of scrimmage to run the show a little bit. I think he's ready for that. So I think you'll see more, change of tempo. I think you'll see all kinds of things that we haven't seen yet.
And you've mentioned this before. I mean, this is something that Kevin is kind of this is like the off season here for Kevin, is kind of studying some of those quarterback run games and seeing what he likes and kind of stealing some stuff from other teams to incorporate with Deshaun Watson. And some of that is probably going to be some read option. And I do think the other interesting point that our texter makes here is that Greg makes is if you spread the offense out more, it's going to give Nick Chubb more space to run, and you're going to get him one-on-one with safeties and corners. And so it's not just lining up big bodies and running. If you're an 11 personnel, or if you've got 4 wides and Nick Chubb, there's just going to be a lot more room to run.
Yeah. And in addition to that, even when they have, they're viewing Jordan Akins as almost like a big wide receiver. So even when you've got 3 wides and Jordan on the field, I mean, it's really like you're running, a spread, you're running like 4 verts basically, because he is like another big wide receiver. And I think that's important to note. I mean, people don't know a lot about Jordan Akins, but that's what he is. He's a big body mismatch wide receiver that can do a lot of different things for you. And so, I mean, he joins the pass catching group. He's not just some blocking tight end. I mean, he's somebody that's got really, really good hands. He caught 5 touchdown passes last year. I think that's so significant. When you can score the football, I think it makes you so valuable. And he's proven that he can do that. And then we know that he has got chemistry with Deshaun Watson. So I'm looking for some big things from him this year.
Yeah, and I think they'll do some stuff out of that big personnel that Kevin still likes. And that's kind of interesting, the way that you're describing how they view him. That not necessarily just that big-bodied Harrison Bryant type. And it does kind of make me feel like there is a role still for a guy like Harrison Bryant, even if Jordan Akins is here, and even if it is maybe a reduced role from what he's had.
Yeah, I mean, I actually think it probably will be a reduced role from what he said, because I think they're going to be pretty excited about Jordan Akins. And when you go to the 2 tight ends, it's going to be David and Jordan, I think, primarily. Of course, you will go by the mismatches, and if Harrison matches up more favorably against someone more so than Jordan would, then perhaps they would use him. But I think they're going to carve out a nice package of plays for Jordan. And I think they've been up on the whiteboard looking at the things that he's going to be able to do, especially in the red zone and the end zone. That's what they really need. They need more touchdowns. They need to score the football. He can do that. And I think he's also going to help bring out the best in David Njoku, because, I mean, David and Harrison Bryant together last year, of course, they did not have Deshaun Watson for 11 games, but they combined for 5 touchdown catches. They combined for those. David Njoku only had 4. And I still think that no matter who the quarterback is, he should be having more than 4 touchdown catches. Of course, you have to get the opportunities. You got to be healthy. You got to be able to get those. But if he's not in the neighborhood of 8, then I think something's wrong, and that I've kind of misjudged the whole situation.